Frustrated by coronavirus restrictions and frightened by the violence popping up in so many U.S. cities, many Americans are abandoning the cities they love for a life they hope is simpler and safer. Near the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains sits Orange, Virginia. Population about 4,000. A place where a little girl can talk to her pet tortoise in the sunshine.
Wants to walk around.
Or play on a tree swing with her baby brother.
We really don't have any intentions to move back.
A far cry from the life the Nielsen family loved, but suddenly feared 75 miles away in the nation's capital.
It was terrifying because there were riots going on up in D.C., into Arlington, and then there were also riots happening down in Manassas, so we were sandwiched right in between.
Word that a controversial curriculum was coming to their public school this fall was the last straw. A month ago, Mark and Vanessa closed the door on D.C. for good.
My wife and I, we hold to conservative values and we value faith in our home.
The Nielsens joining what's seen as a growing urban exodus. After years of migration into U.S. cities, experts see the trend reversing itself. If riots, a pandemic, or the cost of living aren't pushing some to leave, more out-of-business signs are going up by the day. New York, L.A., and Chicago were among those seeing population decline even before COVID hit. According to Pew Research, 1 in 5 people nationwide has relocated in recent months or know someone who has. Many are now able to work from home.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about timeline.
The phone calls keep coming into Abby Platt's Northern Virginia office.
They'll tell me right out of the gate, I'm working remotely. There's nothing keeping me in the area. They may not have ever considered leaving proximity to an office, where now they will go 30, 40, 50 miles out.
Mark Hamrick calls it a perfect storm.
Those areas are kind of now where the modern land rush is on, and that's why in some of those communities, particularly middle-sized communities and suburban areas, you'll have, bidding battles for homes. In part because there's a low inventory.
Some analysts believe taxes will spike even more to compensate for the loss of businesses. Open Table predicts 25% of restaurants could go under because of the pandemic. As more people seek a better quality of life elsewhere, experts say those left behind may end up living in a city they no longer recognize.
The federal officers leaving.
As big city mayors and leaders across the country sound the alarm, the future of life in our most dense cities seems unclear. But the Nielsens see the ability to roll up their sleeves and spread their wings as the new paradise.
There's a lot of access to certain things in the city, but I found that everything that I really need is out here, and I just feel a lot more relaxed out here.
It's too early to know how many people will trade big city life for small town America, but analysts do agree it could be years before we know the full impact on urban areas and the smaller communities so many are now calling home. In Orange, Virginia, I'm Tara Mergener, CBN News.